The body positivity movement is changing our culture, but now some experts are asking, is this healthy?
The body positivity movement has grown massively, but is it actually healthy? Obesity is the biggest health concern facing the country today. And while pushing back against unrealistic physical standards set by society may be a good thing, is body positivity turning into an excuse to gain weight without guilt?
Registered dietitian Marci Evans joins us via Skype, along with nutritionist and internal medicine expert physician, Dr. Melina Jampolis. The question is, does the body positivity movement promote obesity?
Absolutely not. I'd like to back up a little bit and talk about the body positive movement. Body positivity was designed for people who've been marginalized, mistreated, judged, and what we really hope to do is to help them to develop a sense that they deserve respect, they deserve kindness, and that as we help them to feel less shame, they will feel much more empowered to actually increase their health. And the cool thing is that we see this play out in the research, that as a person feels more self-love, greater self-respect, and they feel a better connection with their bodies, they begin to engage in more health-promoting behaviors. And just to add another point to think about is that those of us in the size acceptance movement have some trouble with the word obesity, because obesity, rather than just describing a higher weight body, it assumes that if you live in a higher weight body, that body is sick, that body is ill. And that in and of itself is judgment. That in and of itself is what we call stigma.
You know what? This was a very good start, Marci, but we now need to give Dr. Jampolis her shot here. Doctor, take it away.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, on some level, certainly body positivity is a great concept, and I would not want anybody to feel badly about themselves. But I think on some level, and even the issue with the word obesity, I mean, we use it differently now in medicine. We don't describe an obese person, it's with obesity. The American Medical Association now recognizes obesity as a disease. We know that it's linked with over 30 different diseases: heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fatty liver disease, you know, you name it, infertility, certain types of cancer. I think there is no question that psychologically it's very important to be positive and not judgmental and not place a stigma, because the other thing that we know is there's a lot of factors that are outside of people's control that contribute to obesity, and that's a very important point.
Marci, I want to ask, do you acknowledge the fact that people who are a larger size have a higher incidence of medical issues like diabetes and high cholesterol? And if you acknowledge that, what do you attribute that to?
In academic research, we do not have the ability to say X causes Y. We can say they're correlated. And it's funny because when we look at the research related to weight, that standard of academic research gets thrown out the window. And it's a bit unfortunate because what we say, those of us in the size acceptance movement say, okay, we see these higher correlations. That's absolutely true. Similarly, we see higher incidences of chronic disease in people of color. Now, we wouldn't draw the conclusion that says, oh, it's because of their skin color, right? That would be absurd. We would say, let's understand that correlation. And in my experience, when a person connects to their own self-acceptance, their own self-love, they enter into relationship with themselves that leads to their best possible health. When my clients feel that they aren't judged because of their size, they go to the doctor more. They listen to their bodies more and are more invested in treating their bodies well. They begin moving their bodies more. You know, they have been on and off cycles of diets that have led to loss, gain, loss, gain, loss, gain, that we know does not work.
But Marci, we're getting bigger and bigger, right?
Obesity is a disease, and a lot of people, myself included, look at it as an incurable disease.
I agree.
What does that mean? Well, yes, you can nip it in the bud, you can get better, but it's never going to go away 100%. And how do you deal with it? Well, You have to look at it from the mental point of view, and you also have to look at it from the physical point of view. I'm talking about staying in shape and the nutrition aspect. And if you don't take this disease seriously, it will end up, if not killing you, severely affect the quality of life.